Hello everybody, hope you're doing okay. Welcome to some random bridleway I found here on the edge of the Surrey West Sussex border. I've come out today because I thought there's one street around here that I need to complete for city strides. I'm trying to run all the roads in Waverley, having done all the streets in Elmbridge. So I've done about 36% of Waverley. It's a really tough one because it goes from Farnham in one corner down to sort of Ewhurst and Rodgwick down in this corner. So I'm right in the sort of far corner. I've got one more street to do, and there's a segment going back the other way. So what I might do is just jog up there now, it's probably about a mile away, and see if I can run back hard. Got a bit of concern about my left quad, so I think I'll have to play it by ear. But I've got the Next Percent 2s on, and here they are. Now, I don't know if you saw the video from Andy Forster Dean Runner the other day. He was saying that the foam he thought in this one was rather different to the Next Percent 1. Well, for me, I think it's because the Next Percent 2's come up quite wide, so I'm having to pull in the laces quite a lot. If you look back at the shoe again, you can see that I've got the laces in quite tight, and there's a lot of folding here. There's almost quite a bit of excess material around. It's the right size for me lengthwise. I mean, there's not much room there. But if you look at the other side as well, so it's not the best of lockdown. The Next Percent 1s with the Vaporfly just so much better lockdown. So although these are cheaper and don't have this quite so much bumper there, I do feel like it's not the ideal shoe for me. Anyway, hopefully it'll be good enough to do this sort of run. I can see if I can do a few more of these, pick off odd streets. So this will be the first one, and we'll report back later on. It does actually say we're near Ruet's farm. I can hardly read the sign because it's a bit dodgy, but Ruet as in R-U-E-T. So if you want to look on the map, you might find where I am. Can't see anybody or hear anything, which is rather nice. So this is the road I need to do, Hermongers Lane. It's a no-through road, but then the segment is coming back the other way, so I'll be able to get a warm-up going back down it and get a feel for the terrain. I think it's downhill to start and uphill to finish. I can already see a little downhill bit there. So all the effort to get up to speed probably early on and just ride up the hill at the end. It's about 1 minute 39 to beat, I think, so about 5:30 pace, so a good little test. So the good news is that I have to come down this hill, which is rather steep. So we've exited the little settlement here, Hermongers, at the end. I think the segment starts about a quarter mile up, so maybe do 1 or 2 strides, and then we'll see if we can hit this one. See if we can get it. Okay, strides done. Good news is that my quad doesn't feel too bad. Maybe these Next Percent shoes with the higher stack, kind of my favourite shoes, if not this pair, but the Next Percent ones anyway. They do feel quite similar to me actually once you get them on foot. I think it's just a case of almost forgetting which ones you got on. Do feel slightly loose across the midfoot, as I said earlier, but good enough. Right, let's see how we go. We'll jog out to here, then we need to get going. Okay, I believe the start's just up by that fence. I think I'd run back down, make sure I don't enter the segment. It was a big mistake with Strava, is entering the segment too soon or not leaving it quick enough. So you need to sort of run into it and run out of it. That's a real secret of Strava. It's like a race. You kind of like lean for the line and then stop because you'll still be recording in the segment probably. Looks like it's slightly uphill to here, but then as soon as I crest that fence, be pretty much downhill for the first minute and then a bit of a sharp rise at the end. So I need to keep the speed through that. Okay, I think I was successful. First bit was almost a bit too sleepy downhill. Almost a bit worried about my footing. And then the last sort of 40 seconds was a bit of a drag up, so we had to concentrate. But so I've timed out 1:32, so hope that should be enough. We'll go and check the phone in a sec. So we literally are right on the edge of Surrey and West Sussex here. Rodgwick sort of that way. And then if we turn around, they're still celebrating the 2012 games coming to Surrey, which of course the time trial did, the road race, stuff like that. I went to watch that 9 years ago now, amazing. Bradley Wiggins and that. Yeah. Right, good job. I think good job well done. Let's check the phone and see how we go. So mission accomplished on the segment there. It's called Hermonger Roll, and I did it in 1:27. Average pace of 4:48. That's not bad. It's sort of predominantly downhill, very steeply downhill, then a little rise to finish, so more down than up. But yeah, pleased with that. Hello everybody, welcome to Cranley. I'm standing outside the War Memorial here, which is about 5 or 6 miles away, and it's about half an hour later. So there's a segment up the hill and one down the hill, so I'm going to warm up the hill and then see if I can nip down it. Very much a sort of a one segment attack. Okay, I think this is where I need to start the attack for this segment. See you in a bit. Okay, mission accomplished, one segment. Cuthbert, Main to Cranley Hospital, just under 2 minutes down the hill. I actually carried on a bit longer actually, 5:20 pace, so that's not too bad. Okay, 2 down, 2 places, so see if I can find somewhere else. I'm just do a little jog up the road to get a few more streets and then I'll carry on. Okay, little Cranley historical interlude. The fountain here, 1889, in memory of Arthur Hibbert. And more at my line historical interlude, I'm standing on the site of Cranley Old Station, closed in 1965. Downs Link I do a lot of running on, just goes parallel behind it, which is the old track bed. So this was Stockland Square. There's like a Sainsbury's there, and if we turn around we've got like a Costa and stuff. So yeah, not the most obvious old station. In fact, actually Cranley is probably the sort of place that really could do a station now, because it must be the largest village in the country, because it's absolutely huge, and there's all those new houses that have been going in the last few years as well. So Cranley to Guildford Station would be quite a useful thing, but I don't think we'll ever see that again, unfortunately. Anyway, at least I can run on it instead. The other historical interlude here is the War Memorial. Got both wars. This side is the Second World War, and go around the other side and look at the First World War. This is the First World War side. Okay, one more lane to do tonight. We've got the road here called Pepperbox Lane, which doesn't really go anywhere as far as I can tell. I think it's to a farm, but it is actually on City Stride, so I need to run down it. I think it's probably about a mile there and a mile back, so see if we can do this one before it gets dark. I might see how the terrain is. I might sort of stride out there or back, seeing how I feel. Right, let's get on with this one. It's quite an easy start, all downhill. We've only got to do this one way, so whichever way is the easiest to stride out. It's got a slight wind into my face here. I've never been down here before, which is kind of the whole point. I've got to run all the streets in Waverley, so all of these sort of country lanes as well as the ones in towns. So it's quite a nice little challenge, I find. Yeah. I think it's a bit for my OCD as well. Okay, I have to creep through this gate. I don't think it's meant to be locked, but we'll just nip through. And I think we'll start a segment from here back up to the top, so I'll run hard from here. So carrying on to Palmer's Cross. I'm not sure there's any City Strides nodes up here, but it's a nice little lane. So I'll see if I can go to the end of where the tarmac ends. I'll do me. Yeah, I ran up that hill back to where my car was. Not too bad actually. I'm going to have a look at the split later, but it's probably about 6 minute pace. All right, how much more road do you think I've got here? This is longer than I thought up this way. Anyway, so we'll chat about later, see the exact analysis of all those segments, but hopefully I would have gained 3. A little post there. Right, so a bit of a random one, just a bit of random training. I've got 800 at Watford on Wednesday, which will probably be my last track race of the season, so a bit of sharpening for this. Right, hope you found this interesting, and look forward to seeing the next one then. Bye. So it seems to go on for further than I thought. I haven't got time to run on this tonight, but goes all the way up to Thorncombe Street that way, and this way Gate Street Barn. But yeah, that'll do me for tonight. I've already run 2.5 miles on this little trip. All right, see you later then.